Hello everyone, welcome to my next video. Let's follow the Buddha's path. In today, I'm going to discuss about happiness because coming few days are period of New Year celebration for all of you according to your tradition. So almost all are already preparing for the new year, the fresh year. Why is so much think about New Year? Because everyone believes that the New Year always brings new hopes and happiness. So, let's see about happiness through the Blessed One's teaching. First of all, let's start with homage to the Blessed One. Namo te Purisajanya Namo te Purisuttama Namo te Purisatulya Namo te Purisasabha Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. What shall we discuss today? Yes, already I told you the topic happiness. In Dhamma, Blessed One's teaching use the word called piti. It's a Pali word. Meaning is rapture or sets. Result is happiness. In many places with many causes, the Blessed One explains about happiness, how the happiness arises, what are the cause for happiness, why the happiness need in our life, what are the benefits, and how do we gain real happiness. So many things to discuss. Anyway, everyone needs happiness. Kids, in childhood, in youth, in middle age and old age, for everyone. Everyone needs happiness and everyone hopes happiness. Everyone struggles to gain this one thing, happiness. Whatever they do, good or bad, everything to gain happiness. First of all, let's see the meaning of the word happiness. Also, it's explained as delight or pleasurable interest in the object. Happiness is feeling. So we consider about aggregate. It belongs to aggregate of feeling. Vedana Kanda. I told you happiness is a result of sets. Then see what is sets, what is piti. Sets. The Pali words piti. This name derived from the Pali word pinavati. The means of Pinavati to refresh. What is it? Refresh. It's refresh mind and body. And it's a mental concomitants. I think already you know about mental concomitants. They are the factors arise with every consciousness. There are 52 mental concomitants. There are 7 universal, 6 occasionals, 14 unwholesome factors, and 25 beautiful factors. Among these 52, sets belongs to the group of mental factors which are arise with wholesome or unwholesome, both kind of mind states. In Abhidhamma, they are grouped as occasional, prakirmaka. So the sets may be associated with the wholesome and unwholesome states of consciousness. In unwholesome mind states, the sets associate only with the greed-rooted consciousness. Yes, only with the unwholesome greed-rooted mind, not associate with hatred-rooted or delusion-rooted minds. As an example, when we see something, interest, pleasurable object, happiness arises. Happiness is the feeling, the result is sets. Here, the mind arose is greed-rooted. Another example, a hunter might shoot a deer or a boar with an arrow and miss. So hunter become depressed. It's a mental displeasure. Or he may hit and kill one and be glad. It's a mental pleasure. You can understand where the attachment there is greed too. Where the greed probably there may be sets. But this sets is not cause for the real happiness, because behind that there is suffer too. The real happiness is the happiness arise through the good deeds. That means the sets associated with wholesome mind. Wholesome mind can classified to 4 different groups, namely sense sphere wholesome consciousness, Kamavachara, Kusala Chitta, fine material sphere wholesome consciousness, Rupavachara, Kusala Chitta, immaterial sphere wholesome consciousness, Arupavachara, Kusala Chitta, and supramundane consciousness, Lokottara, Kusala Chitta. We can say Magga Chitta and Phala Chitta. Among these, immaterial sphere consciousness are always in equanimity feelings. Upekha sahagatang chittang, equanimity feeling. So no sets with such mind states. When we consider about fine material sphere consciousness, they are jhana consciousness. In first, second and third jhana states, There are sets, but in fourth and fifth jhana consciousness, sets is not present. This is about connections of sets with wholesome mind states. According to that explanation, sets can develop by wholesome deeds as well as by unwholesome deeds. Results of both type of consciousness is happiness. But the difference is happiness arises by unwholesome deeds cause for suffer in near future. Sometime maybe just after the action. In Dhamma, sets accompanied with such minds are called samisa piti, sets accompanied with sensual desire. All these we can consider as non-real sets. Then, what is real sets? Real sets is free from sensual desire, especially such sets arise in the mind when something do with full of faith. In practicing jhana samadhi, deep concentration, and in deep insight, such sets develop. It's a high degree of sets. In commentary, mention 5 stages of high degree sets. They are slight sets or minor sets, momentary sets, showering sets, uplifting sets, and pervading sets. 5 steps. Slight or minor set means when we do some wholesome activities, we feel some happiness. That's the beginning of happiness. We call slight sets. But when it's developed, you will feel like a lightning moment to moment. It is momentary sets, kanika piti. And showering sets means when momentary sets develop, you will feel like a wave breaking up on the shore. Again and again. It's called showering sets. And the fourth one, uplifting sets. When the sets develop up to this level, you will feel it will make you leap into the air, ubbeka piti. And the fifth one, pervading sets. That sets cause to pleasurable feeling in whole body. It's called paranapiti in Pali. That's about 5 kind of sets. Now let's see what is the benefit of developing sets. Just think about this. When the people go on long journey, they like to read book or sing a song because they need some thrill. Otherwise, the journey become boring. What I want to tell you is, when continue something for long period, it's become less interest. The practice for the extension also like a long journey. If not something to make thrill the mind, it's become lazy. Therefore, to continue the practice to the gain result. Therefore, to continue the practice till the gain result sets its support. Because it's make thrill the mind and body. When the sets arise, serenity of the body also arises. So it's produce blissful feeling. That's why Blessed One said to develop sets as enlightenment factors. Enlightenment factors. Piti Sambojjhanga. How do we develop sets? Blessed One said, Attibhikkhave Piti Sambojjhangattaniya Dhamma Tattayuniso Manasikara Bahulikaro Ayamaharo Anuppannasya Piti Sambojjhanga Suppadaya Bhavanaya Paripurya. By contemplate on the object, by paying wise attention on the object which is developed sets, can gain sets. It is the food to develop sets. What are the objects? Support to develop sets. It's mentioned in commentary by focusing on the object of recollections of the Buddha, recollections of Dhamma and recollections of Sangha. And by focusing on virtue, charity, quality of God and serenity of mind. By avoiding miserable people and associate with soft-minded people, by reading the discourses which support to develop happiness and willingness to develop sets through the Dhamma. Here mention about 11 factors which are support to develop sets. Among those 11, 7 factors are meditation objects. So you can try daily each of those if need to gain happiness. And if not, sits in your mind. Sloth and torpor, laziness to practice, arise while you are on practicing. While you are on practicing, you can try one of those objects to gain energy. I hope you know the way of practice. These are the benefits of sets and happiness. We discuss lots about sets and happiness. Now let's consider the discourse on sets found in Anguttara Nikaya. This discourse uttered by the Blessed One to the householder Anathapindika and his followers. The householder always did lots of meritorious deeds. 3 times per day he went to the monastery and looked after the monk. Every day he offered food and other needs in monastery as well as in his house. But Blessed One thought to emphasize this. Let's see what is it. Blessed One addressed the householder. Householder, you support the order of monk with robes, alms food, lodging and medicine. Also support for the sick, but householder, you should not merely content yourself with supporting the order of monk. Therefore you should train yourself thus. What now? We should from time to time attain and dwell in the sets of solitude. That's the Blessed One's advice. Now let's see the meaning. That means not gain good result only by just supporting. To gain good effect, one must train his mind for samadhi. Samadhi is Pali word, is tranquility mind. Blessed One said, you should time to time attain and dwell in the seats of solitude. That is, jhana accompanied with sits. You already know about these sits of solitude. Sits include only in first to third jhana. However, a Blessed One has told to practice meditation. To the charitable person who has good intention, easy to practice because in his mind already developing happiness, pleasurable feeling. Such pleasurable feelings arise due to sits. When sits arise, develop bliss and tranquility too. Venerable Arahant Sariputta, the chief disciple, listened to this discourse and said the benefit of such attainment. When someone practices and develop mind up to the samadhi level, at that time, whatever physical pain or mental displeasure there is connected with sense desire does not arise on that occasion. Whatever physical pleasure or mental pleasure there is connected with sense desire, it does not arise on that occasion. Whatever physical pain or mental displeasure, whatever physical pain or mental displeasure there is connected with unwholesome, it does not arise on that occasion. Whatever physical pleasure or mental pleasure that is connected with unwholesome, it does not arise on that occasion. Whatever physical pain or mental displeasure there is connected with wholesome, it does not arise on that occasion. When the Arahant Sariputta said this, Blessed One approved it, saying, Sadhu, sadhu. What we should understand from this discourse? An uninstructed worldling, unskillful in Dhamma, always would experience in mood swing. Experience in mood swing between pain and pleasure, mentally and physically. Due to sensual desire, physical pain and mental pain. Due to sensual desire, physical pleasure and mental pleasure. Due to unwholesome physical pain and mental pain. Due to unwholesome physical pleasure and mental pleasure. Due to wholesome physical pain and mental pain. However, the uninstructed ordinary worldling would never experience the mental and physical pleasure of the wholesome mind, which is attained only through the joy of focused mind. Most of the people do lots of meritorious deeds. But while they act on such good deeds, they get angry or attachment, thinking about some mistake or other slow actions. Time, how much has expended, how much has expended. So would experience pain and displeasure even by doing good deeds. So power of the action will be lost or become weak. That's why we must practice to focus on meditation object using the pleasure arise through the meritorious deeds. Today we discuss about happiness, cause for happiness, benefit of happiness, pain and the pleasure, and what we should do to develop happiness. I hope this will be helpful for you to gain real happiness in now and future. This is the end of today Dhamma discussion, and also this is end of December, end of year 2021, end of the thought arrives just now, end of the matter arrives just now. But remember, every end mark new beginning. Every end mark new beginning. Keep your determination. But remember, every end mark new beginning until final extinction, until attainment of Nibbana. Keep your determination unshaken. You always walk the glory road with courage, faith and great effort. You shall achieve everything you desire. A new year is like a blank book, and the pen is your thought. It's like a pen is in your hand. It is your chance to write a beautiful story for yourself. Happy New Year to you all. May your all good wishes successful.